Hello friends, today hello friends, today in this session we are going to discuss the case Govind Dayal vs Innayatullah. First, let us briefly understand this case. In this case, Govind Dayal asserted his right over the purchased property by arguing that the rule of Shafa applies only among Muslims, whereas Inayatullah, who was a co-owner of the property, claimed his right of Safa on the basis of being a neighbor and co-owner. The lower court dismissed the suit on the grounds that Safa does not apply to Hindus, but the district court reversed this decision by holding that if both the vendor and the Safi are Muslims, then the rule of Safa applies. Ultimately, the full bench of the High Court held that, according to Muslim law, if both the vendor and the Safi are Muslim, even if the purchaser is not Muslim, the principle of Safa is applicable and the appeal was dismissed. Now let us study this case in details. Answer: Mr. Gobind Dayal Plaintiffs vs Inayatullah Defendants. Reference 18857 ILR 775. Case: this suit is based on the Safa principle under Muslim law. It was decided that if both the vendor and the Safi, the person entitled to claim Safa, are Muslims while the purchaser is non-Muslim, then the Muslim law principle of Safa shall be applicable. Facts of the suit: in the suit, Govind Dayal is the purchaser of the property, whereas the plaintiff Inayatullah was a co-owner of that property. Inayatullah asserted his right of Safa on the sold property on the grounds that, as a neighbor and co-owner, he was entitled to claim it. Govind Dayal argued that the rule of Safa applies only among Muslims, and therefore a claim for Safa against a Hindu purchaser cannot be accepted. Trial court. The trial court, after extensive deliberation on the applicability of the Safa rule against Hindus, held that the Safa rules cannot be applied to Hindus and consequently dismissed the suit. First appeal. District judge. The plaintiff appealed the trial court's decision before the district judge at Muradabad. The district judge reversed the trial court's decision by holding that the Safa rule is also applicable in matter involving Hindus. Consequently, the case was remanded for retrial in the subordinate court. Govind Dayal, however, appealed the district judge's decision before the High Court. The appeal was presented before the bench of the High Court, comprising Justice State and Justice Mahmood, who referred the matter to a full bench. The principal question before the full bench was whether both the vendor and the Safi are Muslim and the purchaser is not Muslim, the Muslim law rule should apply. The right of Safa is akin to the right of quit enjoyment related to the peaceful use of immovable property or land. Under Muslim law, the concept of Safa means that if a vendor sells his immovable property, the owner Safi, who wishes to enjoy the property, is entitled to purchase it at a price equivalent to the sale consideration. This results in a emergence of a Safa claim on the purchaser at the time of the sale, as mere intention to sell is not considered a valid basis for such a claim. The Safa claim involves three parties: first, the Safi; second, the purchaser; and third, the vendor. Therefore, if all three parties are Muslim, the suit will be adjudicated in accordance with Muslim law. However, if one party, such as the purchaser, is non-Muslim, it must be determined whether the party asserting the Safa claim is also Muslim. If both the vendor and the party asserting Safa are Muslims, then the suit will be decided under Muslim law. Thus, where both the vendor and the Shafa claimant are Muslims, even if the property purchaser is non-Muslim, the Muslim's law principle of Shafa will apply, which is deemed quitable judgment. The full bench dismissed the appeal. Legal principles established. Point A. If both the Shafi and the vendor are Muslim, then under Muslim law, the rule of Shafa shall apply regardless of whether the purchaser is non-Muslim. Point B. The rule of Shafa is applied in accordance with the principle of equity, justice and good conscience. Point C. The principle of Shafa is a religious rule and the court is bound to apply it. Please watch full video, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.